Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/Surviving Infidelity, where OP's wife got really depressed after finding out she was only getting used for recreational purposes. Let's begin. My girlfriend asked me to open the relationship and is now trying to take it back because I'm breaking up with her. Posted by Reddit user King Q.
We've been together coming up on 2 years, but she graduated college last spring and I don't graduate until next spring. She had mentioned that maybe we should open the relationship around the time she graduated, because she said she didn't want me to cheat or leave her because moving back home 16 hours away, and I'm still staying on campus. I told her no thank you, I don't plan on doing that, and we've just been pretty okay since then. She's came and visited me and I've came and visited her, and she's actually going for her master's soon at a college 6 hours away from mine. And we were just talking about meeting up next week. However, she brought up having an open relationship on the phone a day or two ago, and I said I'll pass once again. And she also mentioned she talked to her ex and told him we were getting married. Well, today she texted me again asking if we could open the relationship, and I just told her no, and I have no intentions in being with someone who wants an open relationship or being in one, and that it just makes me look stupid. She then said she didn't understand how I felt fully and that she won't bring it up again. And I simply told her we are beyond that now and that no one just asks to open a relationship for no reason at all. We're supposed to talk tomorrow, but between her talking to her ex again, and really I couldn't even say when they started talking honestly, because she told me she hated him and that they don't talk if I'm not mistaken, and her asking for an open relation is a recipe for disaster in my eyes. I think it's best to cut ties and bail now. Am I wrong for my thinking? Should I even listen to her explanation?
OP, she's already having sex with multiple men. She just wants your permission to continue and the assurance that you will always be her simp even if she's getting ran through by Chad left and right. Look man, you're doing the right thing by just cutting her out of your life before marriage and kids get involved. And now for today's second story. I'm having a physical relationship with my ex and I don't know if I should stop.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
Posted by Reddit user The Way AC.
Me and my ex had a 5-year relationship, 4 years married and 2 kids. We hit it off instantly. We had the same goals and we were ready for it. In general, the relationship was great. Since I made 3 times more than her, we agree she quit her job and become a stay-at-home mom. It was her dream job too. It was convenient because I work in a business that had rough seasons where I barely get home to sleep, and sometimes I spend weeks away from home, and others seasons where I don't a lot to do and I have a lot of time to go on vacations and trips. In one of those rough seasons, I got home for some clothes and saw a man leaving the house. I know the man is a skirt chaser that have an open relationship with his wife. I don't remember how much time I spend outside of the house in shock. But when I entered the house and found my wife sleeping in our bed naked, the anger and pain consumed me in that moment. I woke her up and told her 2 lies. The first one, that someone told me she was having an affair, and I installed cameras in the house, and 2, that I knew everything. I tell her to come clean or she would never see me again. She confessed everything. They had a 3-month affair, and they were having constantly sex in my house. I just snapped and told her to leave the house before I lost control of myself, not before calling her all the names. She didn't want to, but I managed to convince her to leave to her parents' house. Needless to say, I divorce her. Cheating is something traumatic to me. My father cheated on my mother. That broke her and destroyed our family. It's not something I can forgive. Since our divorce, I went no contact with my ex. I only interact with her on few occasions and was blunt and indifferent to her. I talked and picked up the kids from her mother. Our separation and the reason spread into our social circle, and most of them were shaming her. Her mother told me she was having a rough time dealing with depression, anxiety, barely taking care of herself, and that she wants to be with me again. But I just didn't care. 1 year after that, I heal enough to start dating again. 6 months and I realized I was not totally ready, and I have commitment issues. I was getting frustrated at that point. One day when I was looking to pick up the kids in my ex's parents' house, they were not there. My ex told that they took the kids out and they were coming later, that if I want I can wait for them inside the house, and that she wants to talk to me. I know my ex and she knows me. I have a high libido and she always makes sure to take advantage of it. She knows she's my type. Short girl, big hip and thighs. I accepted her invitation knowing pretty well what she wanted. Long story short, we have sex and this continued for 2 months. One day she asks me if we can come back together, be family again. I told her that's not going to happen because I don't trust her. I explained to her that I already forgive her for what she did, but I don't believe in her anymore. I explained to her what I have learned about infidelity, and that she just couldn't control herself and the same scenario will repeat again constantly. Me being away from home for days or weeks, her needs not getting met and others men hitting on her. She then started promising she would change and that she would never do that again. I said to her words are cheap, actions is what matter. But she kept insisting and I gave her jokingly because I don't believe she would go through it. A list of things she should change before I consider she's serious about changing. It include minor things like not eating things she likes but are bad for her health like ice cream, sugar in general, and eating vegetables. She hates those. Life-defining things, go to the gym. She hates that. Stop being lazy around the house when she has nothing to do and learn new skills and change a lot of bad habits. I told her that if she has enough self-control to do those things for at least a year, I would believe she's serious about changing. Everything changed since that conversation. She really is going through it. I was okay having the physical relationship we have at the beginning, but 6 months after that conversation she's really changing as a person. What makes me doubt is that I feel she hopes when she proves she really changed we may get together again. I have been clear even after that conversation I don't want that to happen, but she's ignoring it and believes she will win me back. What really make me reconsider things is that she posted yesterday in her Instagram a story about what happened with us. She took full responsibility, explained all the pain she went through and caused to our children and me, how she's changing for the best and her hope for the future. Should I end this? Getting back is something I have considered. The relationship we have now is more intense in every regard we have before. But I would never forget what she did and I don't know if I would ever trust her again. Right now I'm lost and I know we should have a conversation about the future. I apologize for all the grammar and orthographic mistakes. English is not my first language and I'm still learning it. Even if I mention she was my wife from where I'm from, people don't get legally married, but are considered married. I don't know how to convey exactly the meaning in English. Sorry if this confused someone. Edit. Thanks everyone for your comments. They are helping me to gain resolves and take a decision. I want to clarify some things that I didn't explain in details in my post. First, my ex was suffering from depression and anxiety until recently when we started out physical relationship and she trying to change for the better. Second, I don't hate her or purposely using her to take revenge. That's not happening here. In the first 6 months or so after D-Day I may have hated her and want to take revenge, but a part of my healing was forgiving her and move on. I can't forget what she did and have trust in her again, but I don't hate her. Third, I haven't gone to individual counseling. I kept myself busy working and learning a new language and visiting places. I guess this was a mistake. I have trust issues and commitment issues. Before D-Day I really was proud of her and thought she was angel, the best person in earth, the best mother, wife and friend that makes me a better person since I met her. Her betrayal destroyed my ability to trust others completely. I have a hard time trusting others women. That would take time. I have taken the decision to end things. I'm afraid she may get back to her depression state, but I believe she's a stronger person now. The reason for me decision to no take her back is because I don't think I can live with her again without question what she's doing and where she's going. The man she cheated on me still live nearby, so me leaving for days or weeks knowing they will be a less than 200 meters away will be no good for my mental health.
First off, OP, stop thinking with your dick and go to therapy. Look man, if she really is genuine about changing, then that's fantastic. Maybe she could be a great wife for some other loser out there. I'm sorry, I mean some other man out there. But that will never happen with you because she will always be a cheating whore in your eyes. You should just move on, OP. Go live your best life somewhere else. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.